I want to encourage all of us to stand up for what we know is right in our hearts when it comes to this election of 2024. It doesn't matter if you agree with Kamala Harris or with the Democrats. It doesn't matter if you like her or agree with her policy positions. I'm encouraging you, if you're undecided, to do what your heart says is right. I mean, the reality is you can block legislation at every step of the way once she's elected, if you so choose, and she's not putting that legislation in the right direction of the country, and you can defeat her in 4 years. What really got me going today, what really lit my internal fire, is the fact that Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, Washington Post, and the LA Times, held back the endorsement of those newspapers. And you want to know why he did it? Because he is terrified of Donald Trump in the case that Donald Trump wins. Because Donald Trump likes to have retribution on everybody that he disagrees with and everybody that he hates. And it should be extremely alarming to all of us that one of the richest men in the entire world is terrified of Donald Trump and terrified to take a stance. Whether the endorsement of those papers makes a difference in the vote tallies at the end of the day is besides the point. The point is that Jeff Bezos is a fucking pussy, and it should alarm all of us that he does not have the balls to stand up and do what is right. And what is right is to let the editorial endorsement of his team be heard to the public so that everyone can make a decision, have all of the facts. So this was extremely alarming to me because someone of Jeff Bezos's caliber, I would expect to be able to stand up and rise to the moment. But no, he's worried about his businesses and he's worried about his own personal bottom line. And that should not matter at this moment in time. So again, I want to say, in my idea of what is a closing argument for this election, I want you to think about the children in your life. Whether you decided to have them yourself, maybe it's a niece or a nephew or a grandchild, or maybe it is the next door neighbor has kids. Think about the world that you want them to live in. Do you want them to turn on the TV every single day hearing a news story about grab him by the pussy or about seeking vengeance on his next enemy of Donald Trump? Or do you want them to be inspired by someone that is fighting for us, a progressive agenda, somebody that is inviting us to join in the fight to make the country better and to have more freedom in this country? I choose Kamala Harris as my candidate. I want to look back on this moment in history as we rose to do the right thing. We did not cower away in fear or try to protect what we have because we are scared of a very weak, a very insecure, a very projection type of man. He projects every worst instinct that he has in himself and he brings it out in other people. I want to be the generation that elected somebody who's gonna guide us towards the light. And so if you are undecided, even if you're a Republican or an independent, I would encourage you to do in your heart what you know is the right thing. That is how I'm thinking about this election. I want to live in a freer world for any children that come into my life and really be able to make the country and in turn the world a little bit better for those that already live here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Go Dodgers.